Okay, everyone, I'm Lisa, and I will start my presentation. And the subject is about the surprising facts about Taiwan machine tool industry. So I will start the presentation right now. First of all, I will start with the agenda to let you know what I'm going through. And Okay, here's the agenda. First of all, we will look at the Taiwan first, and then also about TAITRA, what TAITRA is about, and our missions. And then we will give you an overview of Taiwan machine tool industry. And then lastly, I will give you a brief introduction about a show related to the industry. Here is a glance at Taiwan. Actually, if you look at this geographically, we are actually located in the heart of Asia. To the north, we may go to Seoul and Tokyo, and then to the west, we go to Shanghai, and to the south, we may connect Hong Kong, Singapore, and Southeast Asian countries. And these destinations all are within 2 or 3 hours of flights. And the average navigation time to 5 major ports is within about 54 hours. And if you look at the leading trader, the indicators here, Taiwan was ranked as the third best investment destination alongside South Korea in the latest report by the U.S.-based Business Environment Risk Intelligence. The BRI also gave Taiwan the highest score for foreign exchange risk, making it the most secure nation in the world regarding foreign exchange. So if you look at the Asia Pacific for the global competitiveness, it was reported that we are ranked number 4th in Asia Pacific. So if you look at this slide, you may see our economic performance that we are quite highly regarded by the international organization. And here I'd like to talk about the industry in Taiwan. We have some industrial clusters, like in the north, in Taipei or Hsinchu. The main industrial clusters are ICT or semiconductor and biotech. And then in the center of Taiwan, you may see the smart manufacturing, bicycle, or hardware and semiconductor. And then if you go to the south of Taiwan, like in Tainan or Kaohsiung, you may find our auto parts and fastener and steel or petrochemicals. Those industry locates here. So if you look at this map, you will see that these are quite complete industrial clusters that we can support each other. And I think that what makes our industry quite flexible, because they are all within maybe 2 or 3 hours of drive that they can support each other. And now I will go to the a brief introduction about TAITRA, Taiwan External Trade Development Council, that we are founded in 1970, and we are a nonprofit trade promoting organization. And our mission is to help our industry, our enterprises to expand their global reach. So we have lots of departments that we cover different kinds of business. Like we collaborate closely with Taiwanese government in trade policy implementation. And we also give business consultation service and connect international firms with Taiwanese partners. So our mission is to promote our industry, to promote our companies and business to expand their international reach. And how do we do that? You can see that we have 63 offices worldwide, like this map, that we have all offices in different continents, different main cities and countries, that we help the local or international companies that they can connect with each other by different approaches. Like we had lots of trade shows, and we have some commissions that they take our companies or business to the international trade fairs to participate in all those international trade fairs, so they can connect with the local and international companies to expand their business. And also we give them the local consultations, like if a company wants to expand their business in certain area or certain country, we can support them from the local offices. Now let's move to the main part of this presentation by talking about the overview of Taiwan machine tool industry. Like what I just showed to the attendees, that we have lots of industrial clusters that they can support each other. And for the machine tool industry, we have unique industrial clusters, mainly in central Taiwan. And for last year in 2020, the export value for the industry was 2000, more than 2,145 million US dollar. And also with the 1,500 makers in Taiwan, we can support this industry. And almost 76% of our products are for export. So we rank it as the 5th largest exporters in this industry. And if we go to the details of this performance, we can see that here, just like I mentioned, the clusters located in Taichung, the central part of Taiwan. And these unique industrial clusters stand strong because we have ICT clusters in the north and petrochemicals and steel clusters in the south. And also our central Taiwan is making the biggest sector for the Taiwan's machine tool sector. And if you look closely, that actually 95% of these companies, they are small and medium enterprises. And in this central part of Taiwan, we have an area called Golden Valley. That is the highest density of machinery companies in the world. So most of the precision manufacturing machinery companies are located here. And then that's make it the base for the sector. So like I said, we can support each other quickly and flexibly. And because the supply chains, they are within 60 kilometers, so it doesn't take long to support each other. And next slide will show you the production of Taiwan metro machine tool industry. That in 2019, you can see that they are the top 10 producing countries, and Taiwan ranked as 9th largest producing countries for the machine tool. And also, like I mentioned earlier, the Taiwan machines are mainly for export. So it's a very important world market for this industry. And some types of machines are highly ranked worldwide. In 2019, Taiwan's machinery export value reached 27.66 billion US dollars. So in the same time, in the same year, Taiwan became the world's 5th largest machine tool exporter. That will be showing you in the next slide here that Taiwan is the top 5, the 5th largest machine tool exporter in the world. If we look at the 2020, the total export value was 2,154 million US dollar. And if we look at the destination, China and Hong Kong was the biggest market for Taiwan. And then the second one was the United States, and then Turkey, Russia, Vietnam, Thailand, India, Japan, and Netherlands, and Germany. And then I will move on to this section that why do we choose Taiwan's machine tool? Because, like I mentioned earlier, we have a very strong foundation for the steel, petrochemical, and ICT industry. And we can combine all those advantages to make it a support for machine tool industry. So, and then we have many experienced and professional mechanical technicians that they can scrap they can scrap the surface by hand and make sure every moving parts installed precisely. And then again, we have a complete supply chain. They including casting parts, controller, moving parts, and cutting tool that can make it quickly to support the industry. So that makes the Taiwan's machine tool industry provide high quality products with the precision and with the full flexibility and prompt delivery and also a very good after sales service. Here is to give you a brief concept about what type of machines that they are mainly for. If we look at the export products, the biggest products will be the comprehensive processing machine. For example, the big names include Dongtai, YCM, Gaofeng, Harford, and Yawei, Croatia, and Dali. And then the second products will be lathe. The big name including FFG and Yongjin, Youji, Taichung, Victor Taichung, Goodway, Taiwan, Takisawa. And the third biggest the products for export will be the grinding machine, and then the EDM laser, and then the mechanical press. So the biggest percentage of the products for export are the metal cutting machine, and then will be the metal forming machine. And if we look at the parts and accessories for machine tools, there are a few categories that we are very strong with. For example, like ball or roller screws, uh, parts and accessory for machine tools, and also some other work holders for machine tools. You can see the percentage of total export that it shows that we can support the accessories and parts could support the industry with a quite coverage, a lot of coverage for the products. And now the industry talk about smart manufacturing, smart machinery, and also the industry 4.0. These are the trends for the industry. So in line with these trends, the shift to intelligent manufacturing can help our machinery industry to build a competitive advantage. And our goal is to become the global hub for the smart machinery and a total solution provider. And currently, our machine tool maker has developed several features that make machines smarter, such as data collection and analysis to improve the machine efficiency. Manufacturers are now incorporating automation with digital technologies to produce smart machines and smart manufacturing solutions to meet the market demand. And that the goal is to help customers to reduce labor costs, material wastage, and increase production efficiency, product quality, and service, of course. And here I will give you a example that how uh, our industry could support and respond quickly. In 2019, the outbreak of COVID-19 just destroyed the global economy quite hard. And while most of the world was devastated by the outbreak of this pandemic, Taiwan has remain on constant alert and take proactive measures to prevent a large-scale epidemic. And in 2019, about this time last year, within 2 months, the Taiwanese government rapidly responded to the pandemic and coordinated more than 80 companies to set up 92 fast mask production lines. And Taiwan has substantially raised its daily mask production up to 20 million and has become the second largest face mask supplier in the world. So that was not a miracle, but the result of cooperation among Taiwanese machine tool industry. To sum up, the machinery industry is one of the trillion NT dollar industries in Taiwan. And in recent years, it has actively invested in strengthening its own manufacturing technologies, investing in smart manufacturing equipment, and professional talent training. Under the wave of migration and reorganization of the global manufacturing network and supply chain because of the outbreak of COVID-19, Taiwan has become a very attractive new production base. And moreover, the Taiwanese government has rolled out a series of incentives in recent years to encourage the return of overseas Taiwanese capital. Their investment will eventually fund some new manufacturing bases in Taiwan. And it will also bring new business opportunity to the global machine tool industry. But the pandemic has caused changes in the market and trade environment. And also the technological development has promoted industrial transformation and upgrading. So there is a high demand for intelligent machinery such as robots, machine tools, and other automation equipment, measuring equipment, and testing equipment. And we believe that after the introduction of vaccine, the economic activities might just come back to its old days level. So Taiwan's machine tool industry has built up a very firm foundation over the years. So we are able to catch up with the trend for transformation in smart manufacturing and to take advantage of upstream and downstream resources. And as a result, our machine tool industry occupies an important position in the global supply chain, and it is expected that our machine tool industry will return to the growth in 2021 because we see the surging demand for 5G or long distance communications and also the recovery of demand in automotive, semiconductor, electronic components, and bicycle industry. So we can see that actually for the manufacturers in Taiwan, they are quite positive for the coming year, like in 2021. And like I said, we TAITRA as a trade the promoting company that we try to promote our companies and the business. So actually we have a show coming up related to the industry, that's Tintos. And because of the pandemic, this year we will go online, that we will have about 1,000 exhibitors online. And the show will start from March 15 to 20, 2021. And then after that, we will have about 1 month that you can still go online to check the exhibitors and products. And here is a look for you to see the online exhibition that all the functions are very intuitive. You can just look at that we have the very intuitive and also first response that we can see the functions, and we have multiple tools for interaction like a video or um, audio, and you can use message to interact with the exhibitors. And also we will broadcast all the activities on live like summits that we will talk about the latest trend in automotive industry, or we will have the online procurement meeting that will help you to connect with our exhibitors and the visitors. And also, if you register online, you will win gold coins. And then after that, you can exchange business cards with our exhibitors, and then you collect all the gold coins for a lucky draw. Also, you will get a electronic official directory that you will stay connected with all the exhibitors. So you can join us as exhibitors, and you can join us as a visitor. You can just go to our teamtalks.com.tw to do the application for booths and also to register as a visitor. But if you have any question, like I said earlier, we have 63 branch offices worldwide, and you can contact them to get help. So TeamTalks will be here in about 1 month's time, start from March 15 to 20, 2021. And here are the contacts for you that if you have any questions, you can just contact us. So there will be no problem with that. We can answer all your questions. So that's pretty much about the presentation. And I think if you have any question, I will try my best to answer them. Let me see if there is any questions here. Okay, I have one question from here, Mr. James. That he asked about how Taiwan's machine tool industry think about the future, like in 2021. Like I said, the companies here, they are quite positive for the coming year, 2021, because they think the 5, 5G and also the long distance communications could become, because of the demanding is quite high, so it will boost the industry to have more business. For example, in the earlier when we talk with the industry, the leaders of the industry, they mentioned that uh, of course, due to the outbreak of COVID-19 in some areas and countries, they are deeply affected. For example, for Europe, in the industry, like in aerospace and automotive industry, it didn't look good. But in the US and also in Asia, perhaps some affected there, but it didn't react quite hard. In the third and the fourth quarters in 2020, actually the performance of machine tool industry looked better for Taiwan machine tool industry. And they stay very positive for 2021. So I guess for the Taiwan's machine tool industry in 2021, they are still positive for this year, and they especially like I mentioned after the introduction of vaccine, the situation might look better. So hopefully, in 2021, the situation will get better. And that will be the answer for James. And then here someone mentioned about the electric vehicle, the how will the industry affected where the electric vehicle, the trend of the development in electric vehicles become a challenges for machine tool industry. Yes, I think it might be a challenge for the industry, but the electric vehicle, they use a new equipment. They use different kinds of equipment and accessories and parts. So the new equipment could be there will be new demands for the industry. So it the industry will not stay they, I think that the industry will be still positive that even though there might be challenges there, but like I said earlier, that we can respond quickly and flexibly, so they can provide a better and also the accessories and parts that required by the electric vehicle. And I don't think um, perhaps, of course, there will be challenges, but I think it might not be a big problem for the industry. And then I think um, if you if you have further questions, you can always send your emails to the you can send emails to the contacts here, so we will try our best to answer you. And as I say, we are a very big organization. We have different departments. And if you have specific questions about exploring your markets in Taiwan or in other countries, we can support you with our branch office and our headquarters here in Taipei. And so I think thank you for the time to hear me talking about the industry and also our service here by TAITRA, and the trade shows that TIMTOS online will come just in 1 month's time from March 15 to 20. And I think I will wrap it up here and stop here. So thank you again for your time and your patience, and I'm looking forward to your questions if there's any. So thank you so much.